Hey friends, welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. This is going to be a kind of random day. You'll see as I go that this was definitely a random day of eating, but everything is healthy, gluten-free, and plant-based as always. But I'm also going to be taking this video to share how I use essential oils in my everyday life. So hopefully this will give you some real-life examples of how you might want to think about incorporating essential oils into your everyday life. So let's dive in. So I started with an apple cider vinegar drink with some lemon, and these are little squeeze packets that I was gifted, but I will link them for you. You can find them on Amazon. In with a little bit of lemon as well as some hot water. And then on the side I had one of these Raw Rev Glow bars. I've talked about these before. I really like them as a pre-workout snack. They're really high in protein, low in sugar, high in fiber. They're on the lower end calorie-wise for most bars, so they don't keep me super full, and they have really yummy flavors. So I will link this for you below as well as always. My early morning routine is actually the first place that I use my essential oils, and that is during my morning meditation. So I'm gonna just walk you through what I normally do. I have two oils that I like to use. One is called Envision and one is called Grounding. I choose based on how I kind of feel and what I'm trying to do. So today I chose Envision. I was trying to feel really inspired today. And what I do for my meditation is I just drop a drop on my wrist and then I rub my wrists together, and that scent alone is really enough to kind of help me get into my meditation practice. I have two parts of my meditation practice, and this only takes like 7 minutes, so don't be scared. And the first part is to use these magical times cards. I actually learned about these at the retreat in Thailand that I was on, and I bought some for myself. I really like them, and basically I just spread them out on the table, and then I close my eyes, and I just kind of stir them around, and then I pick a card. And today it was prosperity, and then I read what the description says, and I guess this is kind of what I do for my mantra / my word of the day. So I read the description, and then I get the little booklet that comes with the cards. I read a more in-depth description, and then I try to kind of incorporate this word and what I read on the card into my meditation practice. So my meditation I only do for 5 minutes in the morning. I use the Calm app, which I've talked about before, and I just choose whichever one I'm feeling. Today I chose Calming Anxiety, not because I'm feeling anxious, but because it has some really good deep breathing breath work, and I really like it. So that's the one that I did, and that is my early morning routine. When I was done with yoga, I actually had a friend come over to shoot a video. We're doing a vegan snack taste test video, which is coming to you on Tuesday. So I actually didn't really have a quote unquote breakfast. This is what we tasted. So we filmed 2 videos, one for her channel, one for mine. This is an insane box of vegan snacks. So we tasted all of this, and then we filmed a video on her channel for vegan protein bars. So I was definitely full in terms of like snacking, and I decided not to have a full breakfast, and it ended up being lunchtime anyway. So for lunch, I had what I normally have for breakfast, a matcha and a smoothie bowl. So my matcha, of course, is my standard matcha powder, sweetened with monk fruit extract, adding in some pumpkin pie spice. I actually loaded in my adaptogen powders today. I did ashwagandha powder. I did cordyceps, which are great for energy. I also did pine pollen. This is a new adaptogen that I'm trying. It's from Root & Bones. I have a coupon code for you guys from Root & Bones. If you want to check it out, it's in the description box below. It will give you 15% off your adaptogen powder order. But I really like the pine pollen. It doesn't have a strong flavor, and I think that it makes it pretty creamy. And then we're also gonna add in some coconut butter. This is the only coconut butter I had on hand. I don't love the flavor of it, but what can you do? And then I also added in some MCT oil because I didn't have very much of the coconut butter left, topped it all with hot water, blended it up, poured it into my mug, and I was good to go with this. So I, of course, will be linking all of the individual ingredients for you in the description box below, especially for this matcha because there's a lot going into it. I really liked the taste, and I think you guys are gonna like it too. Don't forget to get that coupon from Root & Bones if you haven't tried adaptogen powders yet. Next, we'll move on to the smoothie bowl. The smoothie bowl was chocolate today. Base is always spinach for me. I just love spinach on the bottom. I also added in some chocolate protein powder. This is the grain-free chocolate protein powder that I use in pretty much all of my videos. Added in some raw cacao powder for that nice, amazing chocolatey flavor. I also did some Blue Magic Spirulina, which is really great for detoxifying and kind of pulling toxins out of your system. I then did some frozen cauliflower, which is a great way to make things creamy without adding extra sugar. Topped it with some blueberries because it makes it look nice and dark and chocolatey. And then used coconut water as well as regular water for my liquid. And I blended this all up, transferred it into my bowl. I know that it's not the prettiest thing, but I promise it tastes good. It tastes like chocolate ice cream. And then for toppings today, I tried to make this look pretty for you guys. So I did coconut, cacao nibs, and freeze-dried strawberries. It was really yummy. And then I actually did put a scoop of peanut butter on in the end. I just didn't film it. So after lunch was actually the first time that I sat down at my desk, and when I sit down at my desk is how I kind of start my day with essential oils usually, aside from my meditation. So I have a little diffuser that sits right next to my desk, and I usually try to do a blend of oils that are really energizing and help me focus. So today my blend was NRG, which is a blend from Young Living. I really, really like this one. It's really energizing, as the title or the name kind of suggests. And then I also did some eucalyptus in my diffuser. I love eucalyptus. I add this into so many things. It's such an amazing smell. And then I also did some grapefruit, and grapefruit is really great because it's really citrusy, it's really bright. It was kind of a gloomy day, and I just felt like I needed some brightness in my day, so grapefruit really helps with that, and it's also energizing. And then I add in some water into my diffuser, and then I just honestly leave this running for a couple hours. Like, I think this one runs for 2 to 3 hours, and I just let this run next to my desk. It really helps me with energy, really helps like brighten the room, and I just love the smell of it. So this is something that I try to do every single day, and I think it's something that's really easy for other people to do as well. So that was a kind of filling lunch for me. There was a lot of fat and protein in there, so it was a really great way for me to fill up. I didn't have a big snack. The only snack that I had in the afternoon was some red bell pepper with some Kite Hill cream cheese. I actually have a photo shoot the day that you're watching this, so I got my nails done, I was racing around, didn't have much time to eat. And by the time I got home, it was like pretty much dinner time. So this was my small snack. And then dinner was also quite random. I decided that I wanted to make some shishito peppers, which are Japanese peppers. Some of them are spicy, they're usually not, and you basically just blister them. And then I also had leftovers. So the shishito peppers, you basically just cook these in a hot pan with a little bit of oil. I like to use toasted sesame oil because I find it gives it some good flavor. And you just saute them around until they're nice and blistered. It will take like maybe 10 to 15 minutes. You're gonna have it on medium-high heat. I actually cover it so that the oil doesn't splatter all over the place. And this is what you're looking for. They're gonna get blistered and kind of dark on the outside, and the peppers will get nice and soft. I think you can also make these in the oven. I just haven't personally tried that. And when they're done, this is what they're gonna look like, and they taste really good. These actually, I have to admit, were not really good ones. We didn't end up eating this whole plate, but I usually love shishito peppers, and we always finish them off with some sea salt as well as some lemon juice, and they are so yum. And then my random leftover bowl was from recipe testing. So this is my Thai superfood kale salad with sweet potatoes and chickpeas. That went up on the blog yesterday, so I'll put that for you in the description box below if you want to check out the recipe. But it is so yummy. It uses one of the dressings that I shared last week. It has kale, red peppers, cabbage, scallions, roasted sweet potatoes, chickpeas, and peanuts. It tastes awesome. And then I also had some leftover tofu that's just baked with salt and pepper and a sesame sauce. That recipe is coming for you on Tuesday, so I will update the description box when that is ready. And then I also did a little bit of cooked quinoa, and then I finished it all off with a little bit of coconut aminos for some like semi-sweetness, but also a little bit of saltiness and some sriracha. I honestly didn't even heat this up because I was feeling so tired and lazy. I just ate this as is, and that was that. And guys, honestly, this is the reality sometimes. Sometimes I don't feel like cooking and I go with leftovers, and my meals are really random and simple. And then let's talk about my nighttime essential oil routine. So before I go to bed is another time that I use my essential oils. The first thing that I do, I actually use them 3 different ways. So the first thing that I do is with my lavender room spray. I shared this 2 weeks ago. I spray this all throughout my bedroom. I give it a little shake and then spray it. And it just kind of makes the room smell so good. It's really calming and relaxing, and it's a great prep to bed. I also have my Sleepy Time roller bottle, which I don't actually think I've shared before, but it's a roller bottle blend of lavender, cedarwood, and stress away. And I just roll this on my wrists and also behind my ears. And I do this every single night. I travel with this thing. I absolutely love it. And this is another thing that really helps me kind of get into the zone of sleep. And then the last thing that I do is my diffuser. I change up the mixture in my diffuser nightly. I try to do lavender and cedarwood as my base usually, But tonight I am doing lavender, I'm gonna do white angelica, and I'm also gonna do chamomile. I find that this is a really lovely smell, and I just kind of set it with no light. I set the mist to go, and it just really helps us fall asleep. If you're interested in learning more about using essential oils to help improve your sleep, I actually did a whole video on it last year, I think, so I'll put in some clips here that you can see and watch, and I'll also link that video for you in the description box below. And that pretty much rounds out my day, my friends. I hope you guys enjoyed today's What I Eat in a Day video. I hope you found it helpful to see how I personally use essential oils in my daily life. Of course, if you have any questions for me about essential oils or anything that I ate, you can comment in the description box below. I know that this day was a little bit random, so please don't comment on how much I ate or lack thereof, because I didn't necessarily film everything. Trust me, I definitely got in enough food, so you don't need to worry about that. Other than that, I will see you next week with another brand new video. I've got that vegan snack taste test coming your way, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. There's a button on this screen that you can tap, and that will automatically subscribe you. I will also give you a link to the other What I Eat in a Day videos that I've done on my channel. This is our 38th episode, so there's lots for you to watch, and I just appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!